Welcome back to the Motown Show. Luxury in India is not just about an aspiration. It's about the choices that you make. And BMW India had its just a record year in 2025, wherein not just with respect to the overall sales figure, they did amazingly well, outperforming the industry growth, but along with that, the kind of jump that they have seen in their EV portfolio, that was also commendable. But what's really driving this growth? Let's understand all of that in detail. And today onto the Motown Show, we have Mr. Hardeep Singh Brar, who is the President and CEO of BMW Group India. Mr. Brar, so good having you on the channel today. Thank you so much.
Thanks to you for being here.
Thank you. But congratulations, first of all. 2025 has been a record year, and we obviously want to know about Outlook 2026. But why don't we do a bit of a recap? What really helped you to outperform the industry in the year gone by?
I think a brilliant question to start with. As you said, we did 18,001 numbers. First time we crossed this number. The last number was 15,753 in 2024. So that makes it 14% growth. Coming to what really made it happen, the first one is, we had 10 new products in 2025. For example, we are sitting next to the X3. This did extremely well. Then we launched the iX1, which is the electric vehicle at 50 lakh rupees, which did amazingly well for us. We were at penetration of 8% on electric vehicles. It has gone up to 21% thanks to iX1. People really love the design of this car. In fact, we got this one as a long wheel base. So if you want to, drive the car yourself on the weekends, and you want to sit on the rear seat and let the chauffeur do the driving because the traffic is quite a bit, it's a perfect car for you as a driver or for the back seat. So I think that was the second thing which really worked. The third thing, I think people realized with this BMW, in any case, the BMW cost of ownership is one of the lowest. But with iX1, practically there is no cost because you buy the car, there is practically no maintenance. And on top of that, there are, your running cost is just 1 to 1.5 rupees a kilometer. And what else that you can ask for? And last but not least, there was a lot of apprehension about the resale value. And we had this product called 360 Degree, which is done by BMW Financial Services, and we give a assured buyback to our customers, right? So, all our products, even X3, X5, the 7, you can see the 3 Series behind me. It's a long wheelbase. I think all products have done extremely well. Next to it is, we are also expanding our network, and we are now present in 40 cities across. We have close to 100 touch points, and our expanding network is also helping us reach closer to the consumers. And last but not least, we have a lot of these experiential events for our customers. We just concluded the golf event, which was our All India Golf Tournament last year, and we have just started for 2026 from 9th of January. So the kind of events that we are curating, people just don't want experience at the time of buying the car or servicing the car. They want experience all through. So we have these nice wine and cheese events, the gourmet events, the art fairs. You name the events, and we have all the variety. And this is what people really love about us.
So engaging more and more with your customers. But with respect to the geographies, where are you focusing the most on? And also help us understand what, as per you, is helping the EV market or the luxury market rather grow in India. It's because of the heightened aspirations that the Indians now have. It's because of the more savings, or it's the overall kind of lifestyle that they want to have. It's maybe because of that's fueling the growth for makers like you.
I think this consumer really wants to contribute to the overall environment. They're very sustainability conscious. Of course, it not only helps them keep the environment clean, but also it keeps their maintenance cost down. As I mentioned, you practically have no cost in terms of running. Your maintenance cost completely goes down. So a combination of cost consciousness and also consciousness towards the environment is what is really helping them. I think the third very important factor is in general, if you see the petrol, diesel prices versus the EVs are always 15 to 20% rupees more expensive, percentage more expensive than the equivalent ICE model. In case of BMW, we have consciously made sure that the adoption will improve when the prices are at par. And that has really helped us to maintain this high level of penetration for EVs. While we have only two big EVs, the i7, in 7 versus i7 is 50-50 ratio, and same as with the X1 and iX1, we are now almost inching close to 50-50 ratio between electric and petrol and diesel. So that's what is working for us.
All right, but with India as a market, where are you driving the most of your sales from? And where are you focusing more? Is it tier 2 cities that are driving more growth versus tier 1?
Of course, because you still have a lot of space in the smaller towns, and you have big roads, the highways, and you can be on highway in no time. Whereas in Delhi or Gurgaon, it takes you time to really hit the highway. So yes, the smaller towns are growing, bringing in the growth. But of course, from sheer volume perspective, you can't ignore the Delhis, the Bombays, and the Bangalores of the world, because the quantum is so huge that you cannot ignore even if the growth rates are smaller. And hence, in 2026, we want to expand in smaller towns as well. We are adding 10 more cities to our portfolio to take it from 40 to 50 in 2026, so that we can get closer to these consumers, because sometimes they have apprehension, what will happen if something happens to my car. But when you have a service station or workshop closer to you, it takes care of that anxiety. Not that anything happens to the BMW, but still people want that assurance at the back of their mind.
But are you seeing more of the first-time buyers coming for BMW, or it's the BMW lovers, they are upgrading themselves?
So very interestingly, for iX1, we have 50% of the customers coming from the mass market and the mass premium market to the BMW. And here I would like to say that BMW is playing a role of actually expanding the luxury market in India. Right, you don't see that kind of percentage of customers coming from mass market. Of course, 50% of the customer are the existing BMW owners who have bigger cars, but they want a car which is electric, and iX1 absolutely fits the bill. So, we are seeing a lot of these customers coming from mass market, and we hope that more and more people are coming into this space so that they can experience the sheer driving pleasure.
Absolutely, but how is 2026 looking? Let's deep dive more into that. And specifically with respect to numbers, with respect to new product launches, what's in the store?
So since COVID, we've been growing at an average growth rate of 13 to 14%. And we don't want to give up on that, right? So the double-digit growth is the bare minimum, but we would like it to be the strong double-digit growth even in 2026. And for that, I spoke about, we are expanding into the smaller markets, adding 10 more cities. But the important thing is the 10 new launches again in 2026 as well, which are going to be big bang launches. 6 are absolutely new products. 4 are major changes in the existing products. And not only that, we have 17 more minor changes in the existing product portfolio. So we are going very high on the product offensive in 2026. And this was number 2. And last but not least, we want to really make our customer experience even better than where we are today. Our customers are very happy. We have a very high percentage of promoter shares. We want to take it to 100% that everybody is talking about BMW. So if you can see the space where we are sitting, we call it a retail next format. We are taking it to all the places now, all the showrooms and workshops, so that it gives you more than a 5-star feel. And even in terms of our processes, we are improving so that customer really feel wow when he's interacting with BMW.
Wow, Mr. Bharat, that's exciting that you have so many new launches lined up. But lastly, if you can give us some sense that maybe in the next couple of years, how do you see the EV penetration going in? How will the ICE versus the EV mix look like for BMW?
Frankly, last year when we started, we didn't anticipate that we'll reach 21%. But I think the performance was better than expected. The demand was better than expected for our EVs, and we could reach 21%. So we do not really chase some of these numbers, and we would rather we go with the flow and try to see which market is evolving. For example, even despite supplying more EVs last year, we are still on a waiting of 3 months, and we are looking at how we can improve it further. In Q4, we actually reached 23% penetration in EVs. And with more EVs, we are bringing in 3 new EVs as well in 2026. And I feel we should be very close to 25%. And I think by 2030, we should be very easily 30%. But as I said, we would rather let the market decide what they want, and we want to adjust according to what our customer wants.
All right, all eyes on that, with very big plans for BMW Group India, and looking forward to all of that. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for joining us at BMW Retail Next.
Pleasure.
Thank you.